where the action comes to you. Broadcasting live from the Demon Seed Radio Mobile Command Studio from whatever godforsaken strip club or porn convention they happen to drunkenly stumble across. You're listening to Demon Seed Radio on XXXPornstarRadio.com.
Guys, welcome to Demon Seed Radio. I, of course, am your host, Bobby Genital, and I am joined by the one and the only Bonnie Rotten.
Hi.
How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing all right. Now, we are at the Hard Rock Hotel in beautiful Las Vegas for the AVN 2015 Awards. And I said before coming out here, if I got one interview here and it was Bonnie, I was happy.
Oh, thank you.
So to do it on the first day is like the most amazing thing ever.
A great beginning to your trip. I mean, it can only go down from here, right?
I know, right? Exactly. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to just kind of talk to you a little bit. I know you're nominated for Performer of the Year again,
yes.
which is kind of an interesting thing because not many people get nominated for that twice.
Yeah.
And you were also, if Wikipedia was correct, you're also the first one with tattoos to get it last year.
Yes.
The first alt model.
Yes.
So a lot of models are afraid to get tattoos and things like that when they start because they think it's going to cut into their bookings. Did you find that in the beginning when you were first getting started that it was a bit of an issue?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's a little bit of a difference than, okay, this blonde girl with big boobs going and getting one tattoo, it's a little different because it does affect her.
Yeah.
Because she can't be categorized as completely natural or this, but she also can't be categorized as a heavily tattooed or hardcore girl.
Exactly.
So I came in already, heavily tattooed. I already had that image, so it kind of drove me to just have a hardcore presence in the industry and to perform very hardcore.
Now, what made you go from the jump? Because, you were doing fetish modeling, things like that. I think you were in, Girls and Corpses back in the day?
Yep.
So what made you make the jump from fetish to hardcore? Because we have a lot of models, especially in Orlando and Florida, like FetishCon is the capital in Tampa there, that just do the fetish that never really cross over. So what was it that made you decide to?
Well, I mean, fetish and bondage and BDSM are all such fun and great things, but porn is where there's a lot more demand.
Okay.
And there's a lot more work. So as a performer and as someone who loves performing in front of the camera, I felt myself just wanting to go more hardcore on camera.
Nice. Okay.
Instead of being, sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
No, you're cool.
Being hardcore and kind of taking that leap was a different step because I got to express myself in a different kind of way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you decided that you were going to do it, were you nervous? What was your very first scene that you did?
It's funny. I saw the guy in the hallway earlier.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a reunion.
It was. It was really awkward. I was like, hey. He's like, hey. I did my first scene and the guy came on me and I took the cum and I wiped it on him.
Okay.
And the director was like, he was cracking up. He's like, that guy, because he wasn't offended by it, of course.
Okay.
He thought it was hilarious.
He didn't freak out?
No. It was his jizz. It wasn't like I took another dude's jizz and wiped it on his face.
Sure, yeah.
But he was just like, girls don't do that. And, you're a firecracker. You're going to have a great time in this business.
That's awesome.
They're like, this is a great indication from the beginning.
Now, you started in 2012 doing hardcore.
Yeah.
And you got nominated for that first year, and then you also won in 2013.
Yep.
What do you think felt separated you? What takes you from beginning to superstardom in such a short period of time where some girls maybe have been doing it 5 or 6 years and they're not even close?
Well, you definitely have to treat every scene as if it's your last. So
Okay.
always give 100%. Don't always do the same thing. You can't just focus on scenes. You can't just focus on dancing. You can't just focus on one thing. You have to be like a triple threat. You have to do multiple different things, and you have to market yourself in different ways so people are looking at your product more, and you're getting more recognition.
Now, you travel all over the place. AVN here in Vegas. Obviously, you're probably based in Los Angeles.
Yep.
And then the Exoticas. You were over in Berlin last year for the what was it, the Adult Expo?
Venus Fair.
Venus Fair, okay. So you come to all these events, and there's so many thousands of people that come out to see you. What's the craziest thing that's happened to you at an event?
I have a lot of crazy shit happen to me. Oh, my gosh. Probably in Germany.
Shocker.
I've had people just bring me weird stuff. I'm trying to think of what I've been brought before. Use condoms in plastic bags.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
that was kind of gross.
Like an offering. Here you go.
Yeah, like I really liked your scene. Here you go. Someone drank my pee before.
Okay.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I peed in a cup behind the booth, and then I handed it to someone who drank my pee.
That's awesome.
I've had people give me dildos that they have up their ass.
Wow.
I'm like, I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, exactly.
But just interesting, weird little things like that.
So do you like when the guy handed you the condom? Do you just graciously say thanks and then quickly
You're
freak out?
Yeah, yeah. But that's it, really. I mean, nothing. That's only happened like not many times.
Yeah,
like
just a few
once,
isolated incidents.
Once,
yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Now back to the career. You've done 137 films and you've directed 5 of them. Most of them are probably for girlfriend films, correct?
I directed 5 for girlfriends for my company, Mental Beauty.
Okay.
1 for Digital Playground and 1 for Dream Zone.
Oh, and you
Yep.
you directed for the Sisters of Anarchy, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how was that, the Sisters of Anarchy? How was that
was
experience?
Crazy. We had, it was an 8-episode series,
Mm-hmm.
so we had a 45-page script,
Nice.
and we shot it like a mainstream TV show, and then just added sex to it.
Okay.
And we had 4 cameras running at all times, so we're trying to figure out all the different angles without crossing the line and doing all these different things.
Don't
and
cross the streams.
Yeah, yeah. So it gets difficult, but it was fun. We were getting it on set at 7 a.m. and leaving set at 2 a.m.
Wow, shit.
So it was really crazy.
So
It was
which do
fun.
you prefer, the hardcore gonzo or doing more features?
Gonzo's way easier,
Sure.
but features are a lot of fun because you can add some creativity in there, a different element.
Now, do you have any features coming up that we can,
I do.
yeah.
But I can't tell you what they are.
Oh,
yet.
nice. Okay. So that's what I was going to say. Ones that you can
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, that's
but
cool.
soon.
When can we hope to see them?
In the next 5 months for sure.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'll start mentioning what we're filming in the next couple months.
Okay. Very cool. Now, growing up in Ohio, like back in the day, what was it that made you even get into fetish in general? Like, what was it that made you say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for the gusto?
Well, honestly, I was a pinup model and I did expos, car
Okay.
expos, motorcycle expos, different things like that. And I came out to Cali and I went to a birthday party after I shot for Girls and Corpses. And it was these people, and it was Ken Marcus' birthday party. Do you know who Ken Marcus is?
Yes.
And there was a girl, and she was suspended by a ring from the ceiling by saran wrap.
Okay.
And a guy was below her, holding a Hitachi to her, like that.
Oh, wow.
And she was squirting all over the crowd. And I was like, what the fuck? And there was people being walked on leashes and people in complete latex.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like Fetish Con.
it was crazy. And this was all just one dungeon, a local
Okay.
dungeon, and everybody was just there for his birthday.
Okay.
And I saw all this and I was kind of like, this is so cool. All these people are so neat. They're so nice. They're so interesting. I want to get to know this life. I want to get to know this lifestyle. I want to get to know this.
Okay.
So then I got involved with fetish.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, what was your first fetish production that you did? Did you do more videos or pictures or?
I did more pictures at
Okay.
first, but then I moved into video.
Nice. And how was that? How was that? Like going to video from pictures? Was it just kind of a shock to the system, or
no,
was it more?
it's gradual.
Okay.
It's very gradual. I did it in a way where I went from, bondage pictures, fetish pictures, to BDSM, submissive, to dominant, to
Okay.
hardcore porn, to doing pretty much everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say is the wildest thing that you've done on set?
Well, I've done a 12-guy blow bang before, so that was
Nice,
pretty
there you
crazy. Yeah, it's pretty nuts, literally.
Yeah, true. So something like that, that's got to be intense. Like just in general, when you're doing like a 12-guy blow bang, was it hard for them to talk you into that, or were you just yeah, or was it your idea?
No, they told me I was gonna get 10, and I said they better give me 12 because I want more than anyone in the movie.
That's awesome. I like that a lot. Now, your tattoos. I mean, I'm sure you're asked this 1,000,001 times, but how many do you have?
Around 40, I think.
Around 40.
Yeah.
And what was your first one?
My stomach.
Oh, the Dead Girls Don't Cry.
No, the zombie from the comic book.
Okay, from the
Night of the Living
Night of
Dead,
on
the
that
beginning.
One. Hell yeah. Now, okay, so there was a study basically in Britain that went through and said that girls don't really squirt. What are your thoughts on that? Because you're known for squirting.
It's
in your
not
movies.
true.
Okay.
Girls can squirt. It just depends on the volume. I mean, obviously, some people water load to
Yeah.
make increased volume, but it's a different kind of juice, and I do believe that it could be some kind of urine or something like
Yeah,
that, but I
mix,
don't
yeah.
think it's piss. I don't think it's piss.
Yeah, because they went. I mean, I'd like to
Because
know
I've
what.
squirted so many times, and I know that I'm not
peeing
pissing
on people.
So
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I know some girls do it.
Yeah, true. Because they went through and they must have spent a shit ton of money to investigate whether the girls are squirting or not. But I just thought it was interesting. I figured since you're known for squirting, I guess
I've had
the
girls straight like pee on my face
really
and say it was squirt, and I was like, that is not squirt. That smells. I can like no.
Can never take enough showers.
No. One girl was on drugs and she squirted me in the face.
Oh my God.
And I mean, I guess she had it in her system or whatever, and she was fine on set or whatever.
Yeah.
But she must have had it inside of her urinary tract. Squirted on my forehead after I got a wax.
Yeah.
Burnt my forehead.
Oh my God. How long did that take to heal?
It didn't like burn it, but it
yeah.
just like it would like
you had
stung.
like a
like my forehead was red.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
what is that?
it's acid.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Chicks pissing acid.
Now, you are nominated for a second time for Performer of the Year.
Yes.
CNBC labeled you as one of the 12 most popular porn stars, and LA Weekly called you the possible next Jenna Jameson. I mean, what do you think when that goes through your head? Like, what kind of processes? I mean, does it freak you out, or are you like, yeah, pretty much?
Well, no.
I mean, you never know. I mean, because
I'm an Ohio girl. I'm modest. I don't think that.
I don't think anybody could blame you for being like, yeah, I can see it.
No, I mean, I'm kind of like, well, that's cool.
Okay.
You know?
It doesn't change your outlook. It's just kind of like I'm gonna do this and this to get to that instead of what you know.
Well, obviously, I'm going to work harder to uphold what the
Sure.
media is saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, because they're creating a positive image of me, so it's my responsibility to uphold the positive image.
Yeah, but I mean, do you ever say maybe I should shy away from like a more outrageous scene and do this more mainstream thing, or does that ever just I'm bringing the outrageous to the mainstream type of thing?
Bringing the outrageous to the mainstream.
Nice, I like that.
I mean, even CNBC is interviewing all kinds of porn stars. I did an interview for them yesterday.
Yeah, they're running all over the place.
Yeah, they're cool, and it's refreshing to me to see so much mainstream media coming into the adult industry, because it's not as taboo as everybody makes it out to be. I've traveled the world, and the biggest like news outlets are at adult events. And
Sure.
they're interviewing, and they're doing, they're there, they're doing videos, they're taking you to the side, they're doing things with you, and it's really cool. I just wish America could do that more.
I think we're getting closer to that.
We are, for
you got
sure.
shows like Californication and things like that,
Yeah.
which really kind of bring it a little more into the mainstream.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, basically that's kind of what we were looking at. We have a lot of new girls come on our show. We interview brand new models, some that have shot for the very first time before they ever come on the air. What would you say to a new girl getting into the business? Any pearls of wisdom, if you will?
Do your research and don't look in the camera too much.
Forget the camera's there.
Forget the camera's there.
Exactly.
Look at it like once every 5 minutes.
Well, all right, Bonnie, I know that you're busy. I know that you've got a long line of people all over the place. I appreciate you taking time out.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Check out our website at www.demonseedradio.com to see photos from tonight's episode, along with episode archives. Follow us on Twitter at DemonSeed69. Catch Whitney Morgan at Ms. Whitney Morgan. Triz Nathaniels at FN Pay Me. Mistress Indigo at Mistress_Indigo. And to set up your very own time to get your ass kicked on our website, www.mistressindigo.com. Purchase custom-built floggers and request the very special twerking flogger at www.indigofloggers.com. And of course, feel free to send naked selfies to everyone's favorite 12 inches of furry fury.
Absolutely.
Mr. Cuddles at Mr. Cuddles XXX.